Dominika, thank you very much for introduction. Welcome to everyone. It's a great honor for me to share our experience in the field of the ecohydrology, which, as Professor Zalewski said, is a transdisciplinary science which highlights the relationships between hydrological, biological, and ecological processes and the different scales. It's mean from the molecular scales to the landscape to the catchment scale, and translate them into the nature-based solutions to improve water security, enhance biodiversity, create opportunities for the sustainable development by harmonizing socioeconomic needs and environmental protection. Ecohydrological nature-based solutions upgrade the efficiency of hydrotechnical infrastructure, especially in the agriculture area and the urban landscapes, in terms of mitigation and adaptation to climate change, and enhances the potential of the catchment sustainability. Ecohydrology is currently being developed by the scientists of the UNESCO Chair on Ecohydrology and Applied Ecology University of Łódź, and also the European Regional Center of Ecohydrology, Polish Academy of Sciences. And during my speech, I would like to show you effectiveness of these activities based on the example of implementing project realized by our team recent years. Moreover, I will also present you history of the dynamic development of ecohydrology in the Poland, mainly in the range of the 6 sustainable development goals presented on this slide. The UNESCO Chair on Ecohydrology and Applied Ecology, as a member of the UNESCO Water Family Group, supports UNESCO intergovernmental hydrological program activities, and that envisions a water security world where people, institutions have adequate capacity and scientifically based knowledge for informed decision-making on water management and governance to attain sustainable development and to build resilient societies. Therefore, our activities are directed from identified problems to solving problems, and from reductionics to the holistic approach in the water management. 3 principles of ecohydrology are the basis for implementing of these ecohydrological nature-based solutions. The first, hydrological, is to know catchment characteristic and the dynamics of hydrological cycles as a reference systems for the analysis of ecological traits from the molecular scale to the landscape. Second principle, ecological, is determination, identification, the possibility of using ecosystem at the catchment scale, the use of hydrological processes to regulate structure dynamic of the ecosystems in the term of increasing the resilience. And the third principle, engineering, is a systematic approach to increase the resistance of ecosystem to anthropogenic factors using, for example, dual regulation rule. The integrated holistic approach also takes into account in the principles of using natural processes, commonly known as nature-based solutions like assimilation, adsorption, sedimentation, filtration, and the others, to improve the first quality of environment, reconstruction of the disturbed water cycles, and adapt to the climate change. The diagram presents the example of catchment scale ecohydrological solutions implemented by our 2 teams, the UNESCO Chair on Ecohydrology and European Regional Center of Ecohydrology, Polish Academy of Sciences, to improve the quality of the water by using catchment potential for pollutants transfer and the landscape retention. It's known that all pollutions transferred by human into the environment with water get to the lowest places, lowest areas in the landscape. For example, into the rivers, reservoirs. By using properties of the catchment, people can accelerate or slow down these processes, and you can observe on the map, on the scheme, which generating more or less problem, also hydrological problems. All ecohydrological activities carried out in the catchment scale should take into account to the 5 elements: water, biodiversity, resilience, ecosystem services, and culture education. From 2005 up to 2010, our teams implemented first ecohydrological project in Łódź City in cooperation with the local government. And the part of this project was a first sequential sedimentation biofiltration system, which was implemented to improve the quality of rainwater transported by Sokołówka River from impermeable urban catchment urban areas to the recreational reservoirs. This system effectively reduced pollutions and improved the water quality. Besides, as part of this project, the concept of the blue-green network for the city was also developed, where interconnected rivers, valleys, and urban green areas form the basis for development of friendly space in the cities, which generate also a lot of benefits. A few years later, as part of another European project implemented also in Łódź City by our team, an innovative ecohydrological solutions was developed, integrating hydrotechnical and ecological approach to reduce the pollutants flowing directly into the rivers and reservoirs from urban areas. These hybrid systems, consisting of underground hydrotechnical part you can see on this slide and ground-based natural part supporting also biodiversity, are high effective systems in removal nutrients and suspended solids in the range from 60 up to 90 almost %. This improving the water quality of water and in rivers and in reservoirs. This approach was awarded by the European Commission in 1918 with the Best of the Best award among all live projects that finished in 2016 and 2017. As part of the project, in the upper section of the Bzura River in Łódź, 3 hybrid systems described previously and 3 sequential sedimentation biofiltration system were implemented, and also some ecological biotechnologies in form of floating island, reconstruction of shoreline vegetation zone, and biomanipulation techniques were applied in recreational reservoirs as an element supporting the maintenance of good water conditions, good water quality. All demonstration sites implemented in Amper Bzura River and the catchment in the framework of this project, you can see on the maps and photos on the previous slides, and also applied the ecohydrological solutions in the Bzura catchment, significantly reduce pollutants transported to rivers and reservoirs from the urban catchment, and improve the quality for the next 10 years. Good water quality is still observed. No algae bloom or cyanobacteria have been observed since 2013. Previously, in these recreational reservoirs, each 5 years sediments removal were necessary to have a good quality of the water. Ecohydrological nature-based solutions implemented in Łódź city were transferred to the city of Radom as part of the next European project, Radom Klima project, where 18 eco-hydrological solutions in the field of blue-green infrastructure for the adaptation of city to climate change were implemented both on the rivers systems in Radom and in the city space, mainly in the city center. And these solutions not only improve the water quality, but also reduce the problem of flooding in the Radom and increase biodiversity, improve the microclimate. The map on these slides presents the river system of the Radom with the areas flooded as a result of strong rainfall. Transformed riverbed, regulated riverbeds generate floods, flooding, and poor water quality, as well as too rapid water losses as a result of its outflow from the city, which affects the pure functioning of the city, mainly during the summertime with high temperatures, for example. And the photos shows the places of potential flood risk which our team identified during the project. And on the next slide, the red boxes on the map indicates places with high potential ecosystems to solve this problem. In these places, our team developed concept of eco-hydrological solutions, and the city of Radom implemented them between 2019-2022. And it was adaptation of Borki Reservoir and Kolmatich ponds and underground stormwater channel. The next was construction of floodplain polder on the Cerekwianka River, restoration of Mleczna River bar, remeandrization process, and construction of multifunctional area on the Potok Północny River for mitigate the flooding in the city center from the river sides. Additionally, several implementations in the field of small blue-green infrastructure as demonstrative eco-hydrological solutions to increase landscape retention of rainwater in the city space were made by our project partner, FPP company from Warsaw. They constructed a few rain gardens, tree trenches systems, green roofs, green bus stops, climate ponds, and the other systems that also improve the microclimate and increase biodiversity. Welcome to visit our project website to see more these solutions. Here we have the example of comprehensive approach, including the adaptation of the Borki reservoirs and Kolmatich ponds functioning as a pre-reservoirs and the A0 underground rainwater channel to climate change, taking into account the problem of excess water during the intense rainfall, but also the lack of water during the rainy period. The optimized system has now additional capacity, just only 20-30 centimeters additional capacity to collect excess of the rainwater, reducing the problem of flooding in the city center. The system has also the ability to collect and to purify the water from the underground rainwater collector and transfer it to the national during the periods when we observe that much more water is lost as a result of natural processes such as evaporation, infiltration, runoff, in relation to the amount of water inflow to the reservoir by small river called Mleczna. At the end of my presentation, I would like to show you the animation presenting good project practices applied in the Radom for stormwater, for rainwater management in the city during the project. On the left illustration, you can see identified by our team problems with stormwater, with rainwater in the Radom before implementation of eco-hydrological nature-based solution. In the term, the animation on the right side, right side simulates how the eco-hydrological nature-based solutions implemented in the Radom city adapt to the city to climate change. And we can observe using the special models that we reduce flooding area from 380 in 1917 up to 320 in 2022 flooding in the Radom. In December 2022, thanks to the effect of the Live Radom Klima project, Radom was included in the global network of eco-hydrological demonstration project of the UNESCO Intergovernmental Hydrological Program, and Radom is one of 37 demonstration sites in 26 countries, as Elfifri said on the beginning of our webinar. The future of eco-hydrology seems to be possibility of using modern tools such as satellite data, remote sensing, or, for example, artificial intelligence in decision support system for the effective implementation and optimization of eco-hydrological nature-based solutions, especially in the urban areas. This year, we have started a live cool city project that supports the management of blue-green infrastructure in 10,000 cities in the European Union by implementing innovative systems that utilize the geographic information systems and remote sensing. I would like to thank the whole team of the UNESCO Chair on Eco-Hydrology and Applied Ecology and European Regional Center for Eco-Hydrology, Polish Academy of Sciences, for the good cooperation and especially for promoting eco-hydrological nature-based solutions in Poland and also in the world. Thank you for your attention and welcome to close cooperation with us.